The rhythmic clatter of boots against the pavement echoed through the streets as the royal guards marched in perfect formation. Their iconic red uniforms and tall bearskin hats stood as symbols of unwavering discipline. The lead guard barked a thunderous, "Make way!" as he shoved the man aside with military precision, never breaking stride. Before we dive into this shocking story of resilience and duty, tell us where you're watching from today. And if you're a fan of stories that highlight incredible courage under pressure, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more compelling narratives. Among the crowd, a group of tourists, cameras slung around their necks, gathered eagerly, laughing and pointing. One man, emboldened by the attention, decided to test the limits of the guards' famed composure. As the march approached, he stepped directly into their path, spreading his arms wide as if to say, "Stop me if you can." What followed was a moment of pure, unrelenting professionalism. Without hesitation, the lead guard barked a thunderous, "Make way!" as he shoved the man aside with military precision, never breaking stride. The crowd gasped, cameras flashed, and yet the guards carried on, their steps synchronized, their duty unshaken. The stunned tourist stumbled back, his shocked expression captured on a dozen smartphone cameras. Murmurs rippled through the crowd, some chastising him for his disrespect, others nervously chuckling at the unfolding drama. Yet the royal guards moved forward as if nothing had happened, their resolve unshaken. But the tourist wasn't finished. Fueled by embarrassment and a need to save face, he followed behind the formation, mocking their rigid movements and mimicking their steps. His exaggerated march drew laughter from his friends and a few onlookers. But for the guards, this was no joke. Their duty wasn't just ceremonial, it was sacred. As the guards reached the edge of their route, the tourist made his boldest move yet. He stepped alongside one of the guards, matching his pace, and then placed a mocking hand on the soldier's shoulder. Without breaking stride, the guard turned sharply, his voice a commanding thunder. "Step back!" he roared, the intensity of his words freezing the man in place. The guard's piercing gaze, even behind the shadow of his bearskin hat, was enough to silence the laughter from the crowd. The tourist staggered away, his bravado replaced by visible fear. The crowd, once amused, now watched in awed silence. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. And then, just as swiftly, the guards resumed their march, their precision unbroken, their professionalism intact. But just when you think the excitement is over, the unexpected happens. As the guards disappeared around the corner, another tourist, a woman this time, decided to push her luck. She stepped over the clearly marked barriers and planted herself directly in the path of an approaching guard. Her arms were crossed defiantly, a smirk playing on her lips. "Let's see if you're brave enough to move me," she taunted. The guard didn't hesitate. With the same stoic discipline, he placed a firm hand on her shoulder and guided her aside. The move was forceful but controlled, his message clear. Duty comes before everything. The woman, taken aback by his resolve, quickly stepped back to the safety of the crowd. Think that's intense. It gets even more dramatic. A commotion broke out near the palace gates as a man climbed onto the perimeter fence, ignoring the shouts of nearby security. Phones were raised in anticipation as the man perched atop the gate, laughing and waving to the crowd. "Get down now!" barked one of the guards in a voice that cut through the growing chaos. The man, still grinning, ignored the warning. But before he could go further, two guards broke formation and approached the gate with swift precision. Within seconds, they had the man pulled down and pinned to the ground. The crowd erupted in cheers and gasps, their admiration for the guards' efficiency and professionalism reaching new heights. As the man was escorted away by security, one onlooker whispered, "I didn't think they could react like that. I thought they were just ceremonial." Another replied, "Clearly, they're much more than that." The royal guards are more than a symbol. They're a living legacy of discipline, dedication, and duty. Their ability to maintain composure under relentless provocation is unmatched, but even they have their limits. And when those limits are tested, the response is swift and decisive. What would you have done in the guard's position? And do you think public figures should show more tolerance, or is it important to stand firm against disrespect? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of resilience, courage, and the unexpected moments that remind us of the power of discipline.